Welcome to Own the Spotlight with me, Sam Altieri. I am so stoked that you decided to opt in for this very high value free experience with me. You should see a PDF that accompanies this training that you can use as reference as I speak and channel and riff on stepping into the spotlight, owning the spotlight, and transitioning from an old identity to the one who is really being seen and heard and known, taking up space on stage, being on the mic, being on camera. And I'm really excited to be pulling back the curtain. I'm talking about some key traits, some cock blocks, some action items, and some actual tangible things you can do. And then an opportunity to work with me in my membership called The Green Room, where we have an incredible group of fucking humans, okay, stepping into their most fully expressed selves. So I just want to give you a little bit of background. I started creating content in 2016. Now we're in 2025 when you're watching this. And I've created over 3,000, if not more, pieces of content. My stuff has gone viral. I've been featured on Yahoo. I've had press. I've spoken on stage. I've been on some big podcasts. I have my own podcast that's a top 1% podcast called Let's Get Weird. And I've really been in the game for a while. I have worked with over 3,000 clients, and I really have seen the industry shift massively. And we're going through a huge transition right now in the industry as a whole, the personal growth industry, and the coaching industry, the healing industry. There's a huge up level that is happening right now collectively, where there are chosen ones who are here to be seen and to be heard in a bigger way. The reason why things have not been landing as they used to land is because it's too small. It was the old way of doing things, and what got you here will not get you there, okay? So this is going to be not just a training. This is really going to be an activation of your highest timeline, of your highest self, to totally own the spotlight and show up like you're already famous until you are. And when I say famous, anytime I use that word, we are not talking about vanity famous, like famous for the sake of being famous. No, this is famous for your body of work, okay? Maybe you are like me and you've known that you were going to be famous in some capacity since you were young. Maybe you've had an affinity for the camera, or you love speaking, or you've had a huge vision, or you know you're going to create generational wealth. Whatever it is, I want you to know, and it's valid. It is all valid and it is all happening, okay? So just trusting in that, and that's why you are even watching this video and listening to my words. The thing about my personal frequency and my voice is you do not need to consciously actually even listen to what I'm saying. The energy and the frequency of my voice will be enough to create a shift in your life. I guarantee it. And I'm really excited to just be offering this for free, because I feel like I've been having this conversation with so many people, friends, clients, students in my life. And I'm like, okay, this is what's happening. I've been feeling like I've been getting messages and downloads as a channel myself that things are never going to be the same. They're never going to look the same. And we are kind of in this inflection point, this tipping point where your energy is now really your currency. And it is not about what you do. It is truly about who you are being. Okay. So we're going to talk about owning the spotlight. Are you ready? Are you ready? I'm fucking ready. Okay. So let's just talk firstly about these key traits of your next level identity. Okay. A lot of what you need to do is you actually need to be on camera, every fucking day, multiple times a day. You need to be on camera. If right now you are not being seen like this, you are cock blocking yourself. Okay. So you need to be on camera, magnetism on camera. You need to own that presence, because it is the magnet, okay? When you just show up on camera, when you show up and be seen in that, even if it feels messy, even if it doesn't feel perfect, even if it doesn't have the production quality that you want, I get it, but you have to fucking do it anyways, okay? I love you, but your voice, your frequency, your energy, your magnetism, just your fucking existence, your presence is the gift. It is nothing more than that. And I need you to get that through your head, because I think that you have devalued your own presence, okay? And your presence on camera specifically is going to basically bring people into a fucking portal. So that is number one, magnetism on camera. Now, number two is, let's call it spiritual authority and or wealth. Okay, I need you to own your worth fully. No more deals, no more discounts, no more whatever. Like, your energy is actually the value. And I think that likely you have devalued that because it's an intangible, right? It's not like you're giving out XYZ, XYZ. It's your energy is literally the gift. It's people are paying for your energy, and not the like cliche, oh, pay to be in my energy. You don't have to think about it from an egoic place. I want you to actually receive the depth of your gift, okay? People change their lives just talking to you, and you know it. They're in your energy, and something shifts, and they say something after they experience you, and it often can't be put into words, but that's one of the biggest things that you actually get to assign a value to, okay? So that's number two. Number three is you're not actually building a business, okay? I don't know who needs to hear this. Somebody watching this right now. You're not building a business, you're building a legacy. And a legacy is something that will far outlive you, that will create generational wealth. When you start to see this through the eyes of a visionary and through the eyes of a true embodied leader, you will recognize that you're not just building a business, and you're not even interested, I'm sure now, in like business courses because it feels so 3D. You're creating a legacy, okay? The word legacy has an honor, has a prestige, has a luxury, has an expansiveness that a business does not have. I never, ever want to hear you ever again say, I own a small business or I'm running a business. No, you are building a movement, you are building a legacy, and it is global, okay? It is global. Now, the last part of your next level identity is the media personality that you are. And if you don't even associate yourself with being a media personality, that's fine. But I want you to think about podcasting and showing up on TikTok and showing up on your page like you are already famous, okay? That energy in and of itself is going to attract and magnetize insane opportunities to you, and you will be able to jump timelines just with this one shift alone. I'm telling you right now. Being on other people's podcasts, leverage other people's audiences. You came here to share a message and to spread the news, okay? And to elevate consciousness. And you just need to be everywhere, okay? This is called omnipresent marketing, but you just gotta put your like sprinkles, you know, like Salt Bay does the like salt, and like you just gotta like be everywhere, like bubbles, you know, just bubbles everywhere, sprinkles in the sky, like stars, the ether. You just have to be everywhere. And I want you to just lean into being annoying or being whatever you think that you are being by being everywhere. Don't let them forget about you, okay? So those are the key traits for your next level identity. You can obviously see these on the PDF that I have attached and branded for you for this, okay? So let's move into the cock blocks, because truly the cock blocks are very normal patterns, but these often are generational or ancestral lineage patterns that you are breaking in this lifetime, and then anyone that follows in your lifetime to come will not have to deal with this shit, which is amazing. So number one, no more people-pleasing patterns with money, okay? Just none. You're done. You're done. No more underpricing, no more discounts, no more deals, no more feeling bad, no more giving somebody a rate because you like them. That's just, no. You are welcome to give your friends and family a friends and family fucking rate if you desire, but enough of that shit, okay? Because you are a wealthy leader, and I want you to start operating from that frequency, okay? When you are the embodied like leader and CEO that you truly came here to be, you ain't giving out discounts because you have more than enough, and you don't need to give out a discount. Discounting is discounting the value of what you do. You don't need to do that. If there's an opportunity and you feel like it's an abundant decision to change the price, sure, but that's coming from a different energy. We are not doing anything else from lack or scarcity. No. You are now, right now, because you're watching this, you have activated a whole new timeline of leadership, of frequency, right? You need to start operating from that. Number 2 cock block is old client avatars. There is likely somebody that you are working with right now who you absolutely love working with, and I just want you to work with more of those people. It's that simple. No more of the clients that drain you or have a hard time paying you or who just aren't actually ready for you. You are here to help the ones that are ready, like ready. And you're not here to save the struggling ones. Maybe they are attached to a victim identity or they just are not actually ready. And that's okay. There's no judgment. It's just, it is completely sucking your energy if that's who is in your close circle, right? So just really doing an audit of your current clientele, who you are working with, and setting some boundaries, right? Raising some prices, shifting some things to really reflect the value and just your frequency. Number 3, another cock block is over explaining or diluting your power. No more trying to be perfect. No more over teaching. No more over explaining. No more long ass fucking sales pages. Like none of that. Your people do not need more information. They actually need you to be the fullest version of you. And for you to just transmit out of your mouth, what's going to happen internally, like on a, let's say, metaphysical or even just like a quantum physics level, what's happening is their DNA and your DNA are matching up and there is a frequency thing happening. They don't even know what you're saying. They just know they need to work with you. And there is a remembrance. There's like the soul remembrance, right? There's a resonance. That is what we are after. We are not after trying to teach or do the most. We are actually in service of being the most. That's who really powerful leaders are. They are being really fucking hard, okay? So yeah, less over explaining and more being and holding that frequency of power in your physical body, okay? Number 4 is being in the weeds. This is one that I see so much. If you do not have the following, you are likely getting drained, so drained, okay? You are a visionary, you are a CEO, you are the voice, you are the one, okay? You are not the operator and or the manager and or the COO. You are not in charge of the operations or the smaller execution of the things that happen in your company, in your legacy. It is not for you to do. I love you, but you need to let go of control, okay? You need to delegate the tech, the admin, the SOPs, the logistics. There are people that you will find, and I will connect you to them when you enter the green room. There are people who want to help and be a supporting role. But when you are an A role, okay, you need a B role. You need a B role to help you bring that vision to life. And you cannot be the A and the B, because what's going to happen is your A is going to get diminished and your B is going to try to rise, and you actually aren't going to be able to be the fullness of the A role that you are, right? You just have to think about all of the most profound leaders all over the world. You know that they have teams behind them. And I don't know what makes you think that you do not need to have a really solid team. I love you. But the truth is, I'm very much in the business of telling the truth. And sometimes the truth stings and it hurts a little bit, but I am going to give it to you straight because it's the fastest way to build what you want to build, to be successful, and to have what you want. There's no beating around the bush, you know? So I want you to delegate the tech, the admin, the production, the SOPs, the logistics. It's not your job, okay? It's not your job. So those are the main 4 cock blocks. This is what's going to get you out of the weeds, out of the behind the scenes, and into the spotlight. You need to be seen. Okay, I didn't know what I was going to say. Now, let's take a nice deep breath, and then we're going to talk about some actions to take and some prioritization things that you can do to really embody your next level. Okay, so let's take a nice deep breath. Just close your eyes. Shake it out if you want. Okay, we're going to shake it out. The old stuff. It's not it anymore, baby. Okay, and we're going to really embody and own the version of you who is in the spotlight. So, number 1 is we are going to be refining your signature message, okay? This looks like publicly claiming your new identity and sharing that on all of the places that you have. This could be Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, email list, LinkedIn. The list goes on and on. Spread it everywhere, okay? You need to update your bio. If you have a media kit, website, if you have a podcast or intro outro, your offers to reflect this new identity. Okay. You're in a big transition, which is why team is going to be really helpful. We will be including resources inside of the green room to help you make sure all of this stuff is very consistent all across the board so that your brand accurately represents visually and your messaging the potency and the power of the work that you do. Okay. And then lastly, you want to speak directly to your next level of client. So don't speak to the person that you used to help. Speak to this person that you love helping or that you really want to help. Speak to that person right now. So that is number one, is refining your messaging and making all of your brand assets consistent, coherent, and actually make sense across the board. Okay. Number two is elevating your entire content ecosystem. I am going to guess that you have not been showing up fully on stories, on video, on TikTok, and you are hiding behind either infographics or story slides, and you're not actually on face to camera selling or talking about what you do and letting people see the power of your work. Okay. For you, you're going to want to be on platforms like TikTok and YouTube. These platforms really support thought leadership, but beyond that, okay, they actually allow you to be fully expressed. I built my presence on Instagram and podcasts, and it was great until it wasn't. And then I started moving and transitioning to TikTok. I actually just started my TikTok, but it has absolutely blown up. And so I want you to start showing up every fucking day on TikTok. I don't care if it's a lot of work. I love you, but it's like so easy. Just like do it in the bathroom. Like you just have to. This is like the lamest advice ever, but like you have to be consistent, like it's just what it is. I have days where I don't want to do it, but overall I do it and I show up because I show up for the mission. So show up, speak to your person. It actually really does fill us up when we are in service and when we are giving and when we are sharing, right? So make sure you are on video. You need to be seen. Like, I can't say this enough, not just audio podcast. It's not enough anymore. To be in the spotlight, you got to be on video. Okay. Number two is if you have a podcast, or if you don't have a podcast, you need a podcast. But if you do have a podcast, you need to upgrade that. And what I mean by that is you need to elevate everything. You might need a rebrand. You might need new cover art. You might need intro and outro. You might need higher quality guests. You might need to really lean into your media personality and leadership archetype when you do solo episodes and share stories and have a positive self-concept around you. Right? You need to feel like what you are saying matters and that people need to hear it. So that's a huge part of this, is the mindset behind actually showing up, right? This is really, really important. And beyond just you having your own podcast or show, which is going to be ultimately the stepping stone to more media and more spotlight and more stages, right? My podcast landed me on all these types of stages because people knew I could speak and I could share stories, and there was evidence to show that, right? Podcasting is free. Going on YouTube is free. This is amazing. This is like, people didn't have this back in the day, right? So really leaning on these free platforms, leveraging things like YouTube to speak and to share and to practice, right? You can record your podcast on video, put it on YouTube, chop it up, etc. And then the last part of this really is pitching yourself, right? Find podcasts you like that are bigger than yours and pitch yourself. And we're going to talk a little bit more about that in a second, okay? So we really want you to just get your name, your story, and your voice, and your presence and personality out into the world. Now, something else that's going to be really helpful for you as you step into the spotlight, in order to scale you, we have to create a method or a system around your body of work. So you literally need to think about what you teach your clients, what you work with your clients on, and actually create that into a simple, repeatable framework or system. This is the only thing that is going to allow you to scale. If you do not have this structure, you are going to be spinning your wheels and burning out and working with clients only one-on-one, and you're not going to be able to scale. So you need to make your body of work scalable, licensable, and legacy worthy. Okay. This is also going to help you write your book. This is going to help you with your content, because this is your framework. This is your method. You need to trademark it, whatever you need to do to make it yours. Okay. This is uniquely your own framework. Now, number 4 is we need to rework or relook at or maybe even create offers. Likely, you probably have a bunch of offers and a bunch of variations of offers, or they're kind of a little bit messy. And we just want to get things organized, in order, and you only doing the things that you genuinely love doing and give you energy and work for your entire life, okay? So I'm really a big fan of building scalable businesses. I don't want to trade my time for money. There's very few exceptions where I do that because I genuinely love doing it in that certain way, but it is very, very, very select. So scalable offer suite looks like maybe offering some one-on-one services, but the rest of your offers are a one-to-many model. This could look like courses, passive offers, low-ticket offers, membership model, or even a group offering where you're on a call or you're leading something and it's one-to-many. We really want to leverage the one-to-many model to keep your energy and your vitality and your leadership high, right? The way that you want to price things is really not according to you get X calls. No, it's actually you're pricing it according to the potency and the frequency of the actual experience that you are leading, okay? That is actually what's going to feel really good for you and the person investing. So that is number 4. We have 2 more. Number 5 is owning your presence on bigger stages. And bigger stages could look as simple as other people's podcasts. It also could look like physical stages. You wouldn't even know how simple it could be to land on stages because you haven't actually taken the time to pitch yourself to be on stages. So you got to pitch yourself, okay? I want you to set an intention to speak, to be invited to more speaking gigs or opportunities, guest appearances in other people's worlds, right? There's so many opportunities and events where you can transmit your energy and your genius in a live capacity. And that's really what we want to focus on because you are stepping into the spotlight and you are being known for your body of work. A lot of people are building businesses that are outside of them, but what you're doing is you are the center of the business ecosystem and the vision and the legacy, and you're building things kind of around you, around your presence and around your voice, right? Lastly, you need a supportive team and you need a space to rise. We need mirrors in our life to reflect back to us blind spots, and we need people or a person on our team to be able to help us do what we are not good at and what we don't like doing, because we can't do too many things that drain our energy, or else you're not going to be able to have energy for what lights you up and what you love, okay? So number 1 is definitely team members, starting to actually understand who do you need on your team. We do have a resource inside of the green room that helps you figure out exactly who you need on your team. You need a space where you are being supported and you are surrounded by like-minded visionaries and coaches and healers and leaders and speakers and podcasters and all of that, because you need those people to be like, you got this, girl. You got this, dude, right? Like to push you into bigger spaces and to challenge you, right? You do need high level guidance to mirror back your own potential and to hold the vision with you. If you have a really big vision, holding it by yourself is not going to work. I'm just telling you, it never works because it's so big and it's like we're trying to carry this whole thing. But if we just let somebody else carry it with us, it feels like so much relief. And that way we can borrow our confidence in somebody else, that somebody else being me, right? We need, as visionaries, as creators, as those of us who are stepping into the spotlight, we need a place to rehearse, to refine, to practice, to rise, so that we truly do embody our highest self, right? And that's why I've literally called my membership the Green Room, because it is like the rehearsal room before you open up the velvet curtain and you step onto the stage. This is where legends are living. This is where the powerhouses hang out, right? It's the secret room behind the scenes where we are doing all the prep work to get out on that stage, and you feel so fucking equipped to rock that stage, whatever the stage is, okay? So let's finish up with what to prioritize over the next 30 to 90 days, okay? Numero uno. Number 1 is your frequency and your identity. Without getting your energy and your identity in the right place, all of your actions will be taken from the old you. You need to anchor in that new you, the highest you, your highest timeline, and take action from that place. What is the truly most successful version of you, what is she eating? How is she sleeping? What are her habits? How is she showing up in her brand, in her on her platforms, in every single part of her life? How? It's going to be wildly uncomfortable to operate from your future self in your present self, because there's going to be a little bit of like a wobble. It's normal, but we have to step into and claim that highest archetype. You can start looking into archetypes like the queen or the empress, the goddess, the entertainer, the performer, whatever it is. But really just think about, how would she be showing up? She probably wouldn't be doing certain things that you're doing right now. Okay, love you. You need to just protect your energy like it's your biggest asset, because that's ultimately why people are paying to have access to you. It's your energy, okay? It's your stories, it's your embodiment, it's your experience, it's everything. But your energy is your top asset, so we need to protect that. We need to make sure that the people that are in your close circle, I'm skipping ahead, but the people that are in your closest circle are there with purpose and intention, and you have hand selected that. Number 2, in what to prioritize, is really being seen and heard. I'm just going to drill this down. Being heard is great, but you need to be seen. Like, you really do need to be seen. If you have anything around self-image or blocks around being on camera, I just want to say, like, pretend there's no block. Like, just do it anyway. Okay. Just do it anyway. If there's some days where like maybe you're not tired before you go to bed, but you need to go to bed, you eventually go to bed, and it's fine. It's kind of the same thing. You just have to do it. But you have to be seen in your highest timeline. There is no skipping this step. Okay. And you need to just show up unapologetically. We're going to talk more about this in the green room, of really kind of like metaphorically stripping yourself and taking all the masks off and showing up authentically, because in this day and age, authenticity is currency. Okay. Number 3, is owning your genius. I mean, just do what you really want to do and stop doing what you think you need to do or what you think other people want you to do. You just got to do you. Okay. I've spent a lot of time doing things I actually didn't want to do for whatever reason. You just need to do the thing that you are really good at, that you are embodied in, that you already have results in, and that you can speak on. That's it. That's all I'm going to say. Lastly, and this is the most important, and then we're going to wrap it up, is your inner circle. I cannot tell you, you've heard the quote that you become the sum of the people that you are closest to, the 5 people that you're the closest to. Well, this is, it is so important, like so important to be around like-minded people and people that often are a little bit above you. And by above, I mean ahead of you. Okay. This is going to stretch you. This is going to force you to grow. This is going to force you to level up. Seeing other people's success and wins and celebrations and what they're up to is going to challenge your own internal identity and have you asking, why am I playing so small? Right? You have to be ruthless about this, about getting yourself into the spaces that are actually going to support your evolution, and stop talking to and hanging out with and sharing business ideas with people who literally have no interest in building a legacy. Us legacy makers, visionaries, need to stick together because we are all here for a very specific purpose on this planet in this lifetime. And anything beyond that right now is really just a distraction. We have work to do. You know what I'm saying? So that is why I created the Green Room. And honestly, the Green Room was created out of a desire to bring together the leaders and the visionaries and the coaches and the healers and the entertainers and like this new wave of spiritual celebrities, right? Who are really ready to shed the mask, because I know that you're ready to embody your fullest self, to own your gifts, to be seen, to rock the spotlight, and to truly build a massive legacy. You are here to build generational wealth, and it does start with all of these pieces of really, it's so much inner work, right? But when you can fully be seen on stage, on the mic, owning who you came here to be and leading the legacy, you will get to the end of your life feeling so fucking happy that you did your soul's work. Your soul came here with a very specific, just got so excited, specific assignment, and you must receive that assignment. You must surrender to that assignment, and it feels so fucking good to be living in our purpose. So come join the Green Room. Right now we are offering a founding members rate of $97 a month. There is no commitment. You come in, it's a fucking party. I am so excited to see you in there, and I will be continuing to build out resources and tools to help you scale and grow and evolve and put yourself out there and get on bigger stages, collaborate together. We have an incredible group. There's calls, there's a Telegram community support for you guys to all connect. And I am also in there channeling and riffing and giving you ideas. I will also be bringing in some of my incredible connections in the media world and the entertainment world, press, PR. It's going to be a whole fucking vibe, okay? So jump in. Do not miss the founding members rate for $97 a month. Lock that in. You'll see that on the page, and you'll also see that on the following email after you already watch this video. And thank you so much for saying yes to your highest self, jumping into your highest timeline, and I'll see you in the green room. Okay, love you. Bye.